That's my bitch. That's my bitch.
Well, hey there, guys.
Hey, y'all.
As Meeks was just saying, yeah, routine. That's how I do. Yeah, I love seeing her. I didn't anticipate seeing her, but that was like as soon as she popped up on the screen, I said, "Oh, no!" Most folks know her from True Blood, but I remember the first time I saw her was in How She Move, that the old school dance movie with the West Indian flair, because I think her family was like Jamaican in that one.
I remember seeing something like that.
And I very much I thought I was gonna hate that movie, but my cousins were like, "Oh my god, just watch it," and I was like, "Oh, fine." But yeah, I ended up really liking it.
Yeah, that was my first time seeing her. Was True Blood. I was like, yes, Tara, and her and Lafayette.
Rest in peace to our homie Lafayette.
Oh my gosh,
let me take a drink for Lafayette. We miss you, bro.
Yeah.
One of the best scenes in True Blood was when damn three rednecks was in there in a restaurant. Lafayette came around,
ordered a side of AIDS,
and came
ordered it with the side of AIDS.
You order a burger at my house, you gonna eat it the way I fucking make it, and tip your waitress.
Come on.
Oh, I love that scene. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go onto the YouTubes after this stream's over. Search Lafayette AIDS Burger. You'll understand the meaning when you see it.
Yep.
And you're welcome, because I know you're going to enjoy it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so here we are. You know, I had to be out last week because the germs got me. I was laid up in bed for a few days. But I'm back now. Yeah. Meeks had some issues.
My face is still peeling from it, so it takes a while.
Yeah. And I'm sorry you had to even deal with that.
My brother felt so bad.
That's extra.
He felt so bad. I didn't think about it.
Oh, thank you, Sydney. And now let's see who else we had in here. Luna. Casey is cooking at the moment. Silver Scale will be on the rewatch crew. And I don't know if Rami is out there or not, but yeah, they might be on the rewatch crew too. But anywho's, we're here. Hey, Mina. I think Ian is gonna jump in later. Hopefully he does. And we might possibly have an appearance from Funda. We'll see. Hey, Danny. But we're gonna go ahead and get the show started. So episode 6. We were just saying, like, we really don't have that much to say about it. It was a good episode. And actually, I really liked episode 6. You know why? Because I got to calm down for that episode. It wasn't a whole lot going on.
Every other one, they make you lose your shit.
Yeah. So I'm glad we needed this little breather, honestly. So I'm glad it went down. But, you know, we caught up with little brother Tommy. And we saw where he was. It's an interesting little town there. I don't know if we're going to see that location again. I think we should.
I think so too.
But I'm lightweight side-eyeing the whole situation, though.
I'm not. I mean, the other town, I'm not mad at it.
Well, no, I'm not mad at it, but I'm just skeptical as to if we actually saw everything there was to see there, because you know, in those town setups, sometimes there's some darker, seedy stuff going down, and you never really figure that out until you end up getting wrapped up in it. So I don't know. I mean, we see how Tommy's walking around there. Well, he again is just following somebody else.
True, but I feel like that town would have to be mostly okay because Tommy's little heart can't take it. If he had to run all the way across the country from Joel because of what they both did, I don't think he would stay there.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't think Tommy would see if there are some darker things going on. Hey, Tanae, I don't think he would recognize if there was some random shit moving and lurking in the shadows.
I think he would, but depending on how big it is.
Possibly. But like when Ellie was getting her haircut, and Ratina was going through all the whole convo and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, Tommy did all that shit too, right?
Yeah, exactly. But I feel like she was seeing it from a lens of, Tommy making Joel the bad guy instead of being like, we both were involved in this. I'm like, that's what happens
Possibly.
when you have one person who's telling one side of your story in the ear for a very, very long time. You only see that side, but now you got the other side and you're not asking questions. I'm asking all the questions.
She's also making excuses there for Tommy too. Because the camera pans up to her face when Ellie says that, and she's like, oh yeah, but Joel was just following. Tommy was just following Joel.
No,
ma'am, no.
Yes,
Tommy is a follower. I understand why you would say that,
but it wasn't Joel he was following.
You're saying that right now because you're trying to make excuses to continue to see Tommy in the good light that you see him in.
Yeah, he's definitely a herd mentality.
Let's be real about that.
Get enough people saying one thing and Tommy will follow with it. But in this case, he had his brother who was also following along with what was going on, and he was more precise at what was going on. So when shit hit the fan and became super uncomfortable, it was Joel's fault, not yours. I'm like, bruh, come on out of here. You're giving little
exactly like, bro, you was out there too. You didn't go out there doing all that just because you was following your brother. Yeah. You were trying to survive too. And I mean, and no flack to him really, but own your shit.
Come on. Joel said he always wants to be a hero. He could have just said, I thought I was doing a good thing. I thought I was being heroic. I thought I was one of the good people, and I realized what I was doing, and I didn't like it. Super simple.
And you know how he's still in that mindset? They actually showed it really easily. And Ratina is the one that brought it up when they were talking about communism. He was like, it's not communism like that. And she was like, yeah,
it is.
Literally live in a commune
where we share resources.
Where communists would it's used in very bad political terms now, but you literally are the definition of what being
I mean like
right now.
At that point with like apocalyptic world ending situation or society ending situations, what else are you going to lean on?
Exactly. Adjust your thinking there.
Yeah, you can't lean on a capitalist society because there's nothing like what are you going to do with this money that doesn't mean anything anymore?
Absolutely.
When you have to trade services.
Exactly. Absolutely nothing. That almighty dollar don't mean shit no more.
Were they in like Washington or Oregon or something?
What state was it? Was it Oregon? No, I don't think it was Oregon.
I thought they went to Seattle, which is Washington, right?
Which would be Washington. Or was it Wyoming?
Wyoming. I think it's Wyoming.
It was Wyoming. Yeah. Okay.
See something
about her, Luna. It was said that they'd never seen a teenager like Ellie. I thought that was a strange statement to make. I think that's a strange statement to make too, because teenagers honestly are pretty much the same all over the place.
Listen,
they might have different accents depending on what part of the world they're in, but all of them are freaking young, dumb, and full of cum, as it says. Okay, they're boasty ass motherfuckers for no damn reason at all. So how you haven't seen a loudmouth teenager before? I don't understand that. That doesn't.
You ever argue with a 12-year-old about math?
Not even about math. They don't even have to be anything serious. It could be the most mundane
specific subject. I had a 25-minute argument about a mathematical equation that I knew the answer to, and I knew the answer was correct because it was super simple. It was just like one like variable, like an X or Y. And she was like, well, the answer is this. I'm like, that's not it. Yes, it is. I'm like, why do you think it's that?
Why?
Because this is the answer. But why? Well, because this is how I figured it out, but it's wrong. No, it's not. I was like, okay, go ahead and enter it in there. Like, why is it red? Because red means wrong.
Math, bro.
Well, I don't understand. Well, figure it out. Because I told you I was going to help you figure out how I got to where I got, but you didn't want to listen to me. So now you're just about to be like figure it out. Or how she was trying to tell me how to tell time. Like these little kids, like she looked at a clock and she was like, well, it says 5.
Okay.
10, yes. 15, 20. So that means it's with the hand is on the 5. Okay, I'm following you. That means it is 05. Okay, 05 of what? Of 5. But the hand's on the 6. Yeah, but the hand's on the 5, so it's 506. 20 minutes. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get you a digital one.
Right. That is exactly the type of argument I actually had at Auntie's house. My Auntie Melda, her two of her grandkids, came over to spend one of the weekends, and this damn little boy. I swear I don't know why he thinks he knows everything he's talking about, but he came up to me. I think Auntie had asked me to make him a cup of tea. I'm like, all right, cool. King, what size cup do you use? Do you like a lot of tea? You want small bit of tea? What? And he was like, oh, you gotta put it in the blue cup. I said, where's the blue cup? What blue cup? What are you talking about? Because these people are hoarders and they have compartments in different parts of the house that have things. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what blue cup you're talking about. Whatever. I'm gonna just grab this cup right here. And he came around the corner like, I was talking about this one. Okay. Well, why didn't you tell me? I asked you specifically what blue cup. Why didn't you tell me that's where it was and where to go get it? He was like, well, how didn't you know that? I don't live here.
I asked
King,
the question.
Why would I know where all of the things are when this is not my home? He was like, okay, but you here. Yeah, I'm here, but that doesn't mean I live here. Well, how come I knew where it was? Because obviously you were there before, you dummy. And you use that cup so you know where to go get it. That's why I said, what blue cup are you talking about? These are fun to come get your cousins. Because I'm
literally. Literally, come get them.
Oh no.
Cracking little kids. They be on my, I love them to death, but they be on my nerves. With that, I need you to be as smart as I know you are. Please and thank you.
No, thank you.
But I will say though, the opening scene for episode 6, the old couple. Sorry, and I should have looked at this man's name up. But the
I've
man
seen him everywhere.
Been in everything since we were in our childhood. I think the first thing I remember seeing him in is Dances with Wolves.
Mm-hmm.
That's like way back in the day. I think it was what like 7 or 8 when that movie came out. And he literally has just been such a staple part of so many movies that I love. And he always plays a good role. Him and his wife,
she was correct.
Need to see more of them.
They
she
were
was absolutely correct.
Comedy, just the best kind of comedy too.
It's like, so you gave them soup? Yes.
You gave them soup?
Right,
did you tell them the truth?
Yes.
Are you telling me the truth?
Are you telling me the truth? Yeah.
That's
all. Like, wait, it's cold outside, bruh.
I love how she was just like rocking in her chair, like
the gun's all the way over there.
Yeah, she's like, I didn't even want to be here.
She's like, I couldn't be bothered to get up out my chair. Okay, I was comfortable, and he didn't hurt me. In case you wanted to notice.
Yeah.
Of course, he had no better comeback than I could see that bitch.
I could see that.
They gotta tell me that. I love them. I think they were probably my favorite part of the episode, even though it was all heartwarming. When we saw Tommy and Joel hug,
listen,
they were my favorite part. I hope if something happens again, we got to go past their house. He gets to take revenge on
in
Elliott.
The previews for that particular scene, though, they made us feel like something was happening.
Something bad was
in the
going
background. Like,
I was like, oh my God, what's going on?
Tommy! I was like, wait, what happened? But nothing happened.
Nothing.
You just
absolutely
saw him.
Nothing. Yeah. Hey. I want that old man to charge Ellie for that rabbit she took.
I'd be mad as hell. Like, yeah, I got 3 rabbits.
Passing back, you know, hey, little girl.
I was actually mad she didn't take both. Once again. Come on, Ellie. If you're gonna be gangster, let's do it all the way.
She don't know nothing about that.
I'm just saying. If you're gonna do it, you don't have to. We have no half measures.
Yes. Teens think you get stupid after 25. You know what? Yeah.
They do. They do.
They swear they the smartest damn things in the world. Like they literally invented sex.
Isn't it just entertaining to watch them and just smile?
Flounder. And then come in and be like,
oh, you need my help now? You want to hear what I have to say?
Like, what happened was, no, you go figure it out.
Yeah, the answer is 2.
How I would have approached it is
figure out how I got
And if you had asked me first, I would have said, those are my opening lines. Though it's not I told you so, but it is. Look,
it is.
It is. If you would have inquired like you were supposed to do instead of assume,
yes,
you know what they say about assumptions and assuming.
I see what you had thought in.
Exactly. Come on.
Was that you knew shit. It turns out you're not Tyrion Lannister. You don't know shit.
Nope. You thought and you didn't rotten. So now look at you. You got to start over again.
Oh, poor Tang.
At the beginning. Poor Tink Tinks. Poor little Tink Tink.
I very much appreciated also how that couple reacted to Ellie. Like as soon as she came downstairs, he was like, "Oh, who is this little psycho?" Like he clocked her already. Like damn.
Because they were calm. She was
they thought it was entertaining too. They were like, "Oh, look at her,
very
energetic and bouncing off the place for them."
I bet that old lady was having a grand old time having a conversation with Ellie.
I feel like it's been a while since
around and looked at her like, "Oh, get a load of this one."
Exactly. Like
he was like, "Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet."
All right.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Truer words.
I just
hard head makes a soft ass.
Yeah.
Truer words. Oh man. All right. So I collectively for episode 6, I don't have that much. I like that it was an average episode. There wasn't a whole heck of a lot of action. I needed to calm down with all the things they were throwing at us. So Funda, did you have any highlights
For
that you really
liked? Again, we had a whole lot of space of just looking at scenery. I mean, as a love letter to America, okay, here is open space and scenery. It's so beautiful in the snow. Yay, okay. Like that part. You know, if you like that,
if you're inclined
this
to that,
was the episode for you to just admire the open, like wide open land, you know. But I don't know. That end part, well, where are we? Are we wrapping up?
Wherever
Right.
you go.
Yeah. So I didn't mind that we got some action at the end. Once again, it was like they fit it all into that little compact space.
Yeah.
We couldn't have did some more things there. She couldn't have shot at least one person. Just saying.
I feel like we should have stayed at the town for a little bit longer.
And
that's actually an important location in the game.
Because Rutina Wesley's character.
That's exactly what we were saying before you came on.
Why did we just waste her like that?
Exactly. Waste of her talent.
With her? 3 maybe?
Yep.
And come on now. That's Nova. You gotta treat her like the supernova that she is. And again, they did it again in episode 7. I don't know. Maybe that's the budget they had for the day. I don't know.
Well, I also get confused because I wish I feel like either they could put more in the episodes, or if they're going to do episodes like 6 and 7, then they need to have more episodes for the season.
Yes.
Because I feel like some of the stuff could have been combined into other episodes, or we could have just had caught into it as we were going on. And then when we get there, we could have talked about something different or had different views on what was going on in the environment.
Or then it all comes together because we had all these cutscenes.
Yeah.
Yep. Instead of introducing the area that we're going to be in at the beginning of the episode and then hurry up and rushing us out of it, especially for episode 6. I liked the Joel stuff. I like the Joel and the Tommy stuff. I like watching them interact. The fact that Joel is slowly caring about her more and more, and it's just affecting him emotionally. My guy was having panic attacks. He was like, "Oh my god, my chest."
Ellie done made him
so much. Yo, when he thought he saw his daughter,
I was like, "Yeah,
that was heartbreaking." That was heartbreaking.
Like you,
but that was
like what's my boy's name? Just emotional damage.
Yes.
That
honestly,
if she had grown up, she might.
She would be old enough to have a child that age now. I'm like,
wild. Yeah, that was wild. But you know, those are moments that you could have, just in real life.
Still have those moments, yeah.
So I understand all the stuff he was going through. I just wish that they would have arranged it differently or sprinkled it in sooner. I just feel like something with episode 6 and 7 is slightly off for me. I still enjoyed them. They're in no way like the worst television I've ever seen. Absolutely not. Even as not mediocre, but okay as they were for the series, they were still better than some of the some other series best episodes because of the care they took to it. But I feel like it's missing something. I feel like episode 6 is missing something. Yeah.
See, I don't think they needed to establish Tommy and Joel's relationship, though. We already have that.
We had bits and pieces throughout the conversation.
We had episode 1, yeah. But again, they're telling and not showing with some of what Tommy and Joel went through too. You forget.
True.
They said was what I did was for survival.
Like, but what
We
did you
show
do though exactly?
people. Can we see it? Can we see it?
Yeah, yeah.
We can't see it. It's not real to us.
See, back in the day,
Yeah,
I say
exactly.
this like I'm 1,000 years old, but back in the day, shows had a lot longer seasons than they had now. And I think some folks either just don't know that or they forgot about it. Because after that very first writer's strike that happened in the 90s, that's when shit changed. Now we only get 10 to 13, 14 episodes for a season. Before, there were like 20 episodes to a season.
We lucky if we get 10. Sometimes
Listen,
seasons
Yeah,
get
now
sometimes
right,
you get 8,
10.
6 or 8.
6, yeah. So now we unfortunately get these very short stories, which some of them are still great to watch, but there is more development that could be had if they would, change up a little bit or go back to the old formula.
Okay, I see
I
that circle
kind of
rose.
miss television in that era.
I see that circle rose. It does make sense. And I also feel like they're using more effect and they're spending more money on location and setting up to make it look real, that they can't focus on adding as much as they want to in the episode because of what they're already doing, like price wise, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so stay in some of those nice sets that you built then. Tell us
Yeah.
a story around that set.
I mean, if
know what I'm
you
saying?
need snow somewhere, go to Canada. There's places there that are always freaking snowy and cold. You don't have to build a set for that.
Right. Oh, Meeks, FYI, my boys are watching My Hero Academia.
Edge Coon, ready. That's so good.
They're all like season 4 or 5. I'm
Oh,
not
season 4 was a good season. Yeah, season 4 was a good season. Yeah, it is essential.
Pacing,
And I think
storytelling.
that's
very
part
much
of,
so.
part of
Yeah.
what I might find an issue is that some of this stuff literally could have been told in other episodes, just like tidbits here and there. Just not even like showing stuff, but saying stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like,
Nice. Another anime fan.
Nice.
it's great. But yeah, other than that, like the whole hospital setting, I was like, why? We didn't find no information.
No
Why?
information
one bit of
other
it.
than the dots on the.
Well, yeah,
map?
there are the dots
So
on the.
now they're in
stuff like
Utah. So you're
You
gonna
know
go
what?
to Utah now? Like, is that really the plan?
You know what could have been interesting at that scene? I mean, yeah, they had the Raiders come in and some nonsense popped off. But why are the monkeys able to be there and just chill? Like, I thought something was going to happen when they walked in that room. One of those monkeys was going
Right.
to turn Planet of the Apes.
That would have
And
been a
start
good little
going after
action scene. I mean,
I'm
he
like, I
had
feel
a
like
gun.
Nothing
What
happened.
you
They just
do?
ran away.
Gonna
I
scare
feel
the
like
rest
they
of the
didn't
monkeys.
investigate any, like, I feel like they didn't have any questions about where the hell everyone was. Like, y'all were just walking through, like, wow, look at all this stuff. I guess we can go up these steps. Like, what the? I'm looking around like, bitch, there's a gurney. There's stuff set up.
That
There are needles.
All that
there's
stuff that's
test
tossed
tubes.
around.
What the
Very
fuck?
clearly, whoever was there before left in a hurry. Why?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Something had to have happened. It couldn't just been, here, we're going to consolidate our people. You move your stuff from here to over here. Something had to have happened to make them leave that location, because that location was pretty hooked up. It wasn't, they were deep in enough in the on the university grounds to where it was easily defensible. You got like full 360 sight out of all
But
the
they
windows in
did.
that
They
building.
did
So what?
a short investigation. They looked at the map and they saw that they were
That was it.
They did. They was
like,
like, they
that
not
was
here no
it.
more.
They're not here. They must
Yep,
have
they was like,
consolidated.
they
They went
left.
to
Mhm.
consolidate resources, so they probably went over here. He assumed that, but based on what?
But yeah, exactly. Like,
You
how do
know?
you properly decipher what actually happened just because
A lot of stuff is off for me. Even their reaction to things. You've seen so much. You mean to tell me that when you see a possibility of there being like one of these things in a place, you don't react? Like scared? Your fight or flight doesn't show on your face. Everybody's just calm until the thing is actually grabbing on you.
And also,
That's not normal. Like that's not a regular reaction.
and we're all saying that we wanted them to maybe investigate a little bit more, but kind of leaning the other way now. As soon as you go in there, and yeah, it's very clear that doctors used to be there. The people that you again were looking for are not there for whatever reason. Leave.
Yeah,
but then
especially
they
Joe.
They don't even go upstairs and see where the monkeys were in that damn room that you found where the map was.
Yeah,
Just leave.
Joe's
Something
danger
had to
meter should have been better than that.
He's-
They
he's-
should have
he's-
been out.
He's getting soft.
That's what it is.
He's getting a
That's
little
exactly
soft.
what it is. Ellie in that damn joke book. She's
And I
soft.
don't understand that. I don't get it because I'm still gonna protect whatever young humans I am with.
Can't soften the soldier in the
apocalypse
middle of
happens.
the war.
Right, but you can't just stop making all the good rational decisions that you've been making thus far just because this bitch told you some jokes. I'm sorry, I got a problem with that, Joel.
But I have another question. Why didn't, before they left, he asked Tommy a little bit about, have you seen the Firefly people? Where are they? Especially since Tommy, that was the last group he was with before, selling at the village. Or
that's why he went to the university. Tommy told him that that's where they were.
But why didn't he gather more information? I'm like, oh, that's where they were. But how long ago were they there? When was the last time you were there? Like,
right.
Yeah.
Are there others? Are there other factions close
more
by?
Information.
Like, it's just the conversation was just
really
okay. I'll take that. Run.
Exactly. Like, why don't you go take her? You know what?
Girl,
I'm gonna take her.
That was
I'm
awesome.
just like,
here's a thought. Why didn't you just ask Tommy to go with y'all? Like, why was it you had to go by yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Because Tommy said, people have run and did runs up there. They've come back. Blah 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 blah. Why do you have to split the group?
He originally asked Tommy to go with him. Tommy said
he was like, she got a baby.
Girl's pregnant. So then
I still would have asked for backup or assistance. Somebody,
I would have too.
Somebody,
I don't know why
there's
that
enough
wasn't
people you could spare 2 folks for a couple days. Man.
He should have said, you have a choice. He should have said, I'm coming with y'all until I can't go anymore. Period.
Yeah.
That should have been
like, 2 of you go out there and technically you're supposed to be dropping her off and you come back by yourself.
Yeah.
When you said it was dangerous out here, like you couldn't have nobody as a backup. No.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And this is not territory that Joel really knows.
So. No, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, if Tommy didn't want to do it, fine. That's cool. Appoint somebody else. Matter of fact, don't appoint anyone. Ask for volunteers. I guarantee you could have got it.
Basically, I could use some backup. But then he'd have to tell them why. I guess
Tommy
would have been the person.
Also, why didn't he ask for his gun back?
I was like, give my shit back.
He had to borrow Tommy's gun with the scope on it. Why didn't you just go get
my stuff? Thank you. Like, y'all know I was coming in here and leaving. Give my shit.
I understood why she did it, but also you literally just took Ellie's clothes and her bag and stuff, and then you put them on the community pile. Like, maybe I wanted to keep that shirt. I understand it's dirty, cool, it needs washing, but I didn't tell you could just take my shit.
That's how you indoctrinate people into a cult. Though.
See, that's what I was saying earlier. It feels like I'm side-eyeing.
I think that's the cult. I was side-eyeing that whole situation.
There's something dark going on there
like
that we just
controlled like that. It was all red flags for me. I actually couldn't wait for them to get out of there.
The way she was making excuses.
His brother was gonna go with them.
Yeah.
I just wish that he had some kind of backup because now they out there in the sauce.
Yeah.
For episode 7, they're in the sauce right now. So. But yeah, episode 6 wasn't bad. It was a nice cool down, but I just wish that there were more. It was just either more information being passed, living in staying in the area that the city that they were in, so they could feel the area, as opposed to running off to the next adventure half cocked and then getting stabbed in the stomach and
pulling the freaking thing out. Never remove the stabbing equipment. Okay, that's a real quick way to bleed out. I'm surprised it took Joel that long to pass out. Like, that's just dumb.
I'm just gonna hope it didn't hit any major organs. Like my whole thing, infection. Like she didn't put any water. I mean, she don't have a lot, but something. I don't know. Something.
They don't have walkie-talkies or nothing.
Nothing, not even a radio. Like that's the other thing. Is a radio the way that they communicated with each other? They didn't check for a radio in that place.
Oh, yeah, she did say that they turned it off.
They turned it off.
Oh.
Because they didn't want Tommy communication in or out. Again, red flag. Because
But
yes,
here's the
I understand
thing.
you have to protect what you have. I get that. But how are you going to find out what's going on around or outside your borders if you're not communicating with them?
I would understand keeping it on, but just not responding until you like collectively decide to respond to something, but just hearing the shit that's on the radio.
But they
that
would have been doing that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's another reason I'm like, this looks all pretty and shit, but I'll think twice before I move the kids.
But isn't that just the contrast of this show? When it's calm and pretty, then they drop us off a cliff. When it's happy and ecstatic, they drop us off a cliff. We can
Speaking of which, episode 7. I think that's
in contrast to 6. Exactly.
I've been waiting all season to see Riley, and we got her finally, and it was freaking cute as hell.
It was cute. It was so goddamn fucking cute.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad that they held to the bury your gaze trope. It annoys me to no end. But it was still, like I said, super cute. And I gotta commend Storm Reed. Like that when the whole thing all first started, when they first got to the mall, and she's telling Ellie all this stuff, and like, come on, I got this stuff planned. And Ellie turned around and looked like, you plan tonight? And she was like, go, of course I plan tonight. What you talking about? You know me, let's go. It's like, oh my God, young love. To be that young and be able to be impressed that easily.
See, here's the thing. I like the story they told in the episode, but I don't like the placement of it. I feel like the placement of her backstory is off. I feel like it was off.
Yep. They should have done it before earlier than now.
Even the cut to it.
Yeah, I'm like,
cut to it. Why we couldn't see that while they were traveling across the countryside? Why
when Ellie
episode
said
6 and 7 should have been 1. I'm sorry.
When Ellie said that's not the first person that I've killed, that right there should have been her and
at least
Riley's
the beginning
story.
of us.
Or they could have they could have split it
Cut
to
it
where
in.
you got to see the fun stuff that they did, and then when shit turned sideways, that could have been like a parallel to what's going on. But I'm just like, I feel like it's weird placement, and I could not get over the weird placement of it.
Joel said, "Leave, go."
Right? Yeah.
And then she opens the door, and then we have backstory,
Completely
and it's not. And they weren't even going back to Joel to see how he was faring. We just got stuck in this backstory the whole episode. I was like, I don't get it.
I don't understand. And also, during episode 6, where Ellie was saying that, you taught me well, I've been paying attention to the lessons, but young lady, you left this whole long blood trail with very visible marks from whatever you put Joel on for the horse.
You shot that one person.
You didn't go back and try to cover up any of that. You just left the calling card there. I thought you were learning, Ellie. She continues to be the poster child of stop touching shit.
Come on. I'm like, okay, so he's bleeding out, right? It's like, from your Fedra training, you have to put pressure on the woundage and like try to stop the bleeding by wrapping it up. This dude was holding himself like, I'm like, girl, you mean to tell me that you put his ass on one of what's the thing called when you sleep, a sleeping bag, but strapped him behind a horse, but you didn't try to stop the bleeding a little bit first? Or at least get out of the way and
tie it around him.
Then try to stop the bleeding? You mean to tell me he was holding it the entire time?
That whole time he was just sitting there.
Don't y'all didn't you have tissue in your pack? Didn't you
clothing he had on, clothes she had in her pack? All of that could have worked.
You could have taken a shirt and dealt with
shirt. There's a whole lot of snow outside. Turn that into water and wash that afterwards. I mean, come on. Or pack it with ice.
Oh, that's what I was
gonna get it on there. Like
snow around that.
See, this is the inventiveness of our people.
I'm trying to live.
We will find a way.
Granted, it doesn't apply to them because that's not how it works. But for me, my motto is I got to go to work tomorrow.
Right.
Like I got to go to work tomorrow. I got to be at my desk. Got to make my money. I got to be here tomorrow. So I'm gonna be here tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be at my desk. I'm gonna be at work. I got to work. So I'm just like, So I did feel a little. I'm like, I understand a lot of people, not a lot of people, but the complaints about the past 2 episodes where there's not a lot of action. I get that. But I thought the episodes were okay. Especially episode 7. I thought it was sweet and cute, and I did shed a little tears and stuff because I liked the story, cute. But I thought the placement was weird, and I kept thinking this is episode 7. We have 2 more episodes.
Yep. Yeah, we're almost done. You know, one thing I actually just thought about, for all those that complain about there not being enough action and blah 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 blah, when you're playing this game, it's not nonstop action. You forget all of the side quests that you have to go on that don't involve a fight. You just got to go find some random thing. And if you sneak around easily enough, there are no fights to be had. You're just going through the game and exploring
for someone who never played the game, I didn't look up anything about the game. I'm looking at this purely as a story. Like, no, we want information.
I want information.
Just dropping little tidbits, and then we're left to our own devices. Like, come on, tell the story.
And make it interesting. Make me want to pay attention when you're not fighting.
Yeah.
But even though in the game, this is the reason why I don't play a lot of PlayStation exclusive titles, because to me, they concentrate so much on the story that there is little to no gameplay for me. So that's why I didn't play The Last of Us when it came out the first time, because I was just like, so you're sneaking around, you're reading notes, you're watching cutscenes, you're sneaking around, you're reading notes, you're watching cutscenes. And I'm like, no, I don't want to play this. Fuck that game.
When the boss music starts, that's when shit's about to get. That's when shit's about to get lit.
Fuck it, I don't like it.
Absolutely.
We don't like it. So I understand people complaining about it, but I just thought that like it's weird placement, and it was a really good story. They did really good jobs. But is anybody going to touch on the fact that this girl had micro braids? Who put them in there?
Who put them in there? But where the hell y'all find the weave?
Well, I'm sorry,
where did y'all find that in the
did you notice that they covered the roots though? So we're supposed to think that those were growing out of her head. Those were dreads.
Who the hell thought that?
Because I was looking and I was like, there's some teeny tiny ass braids. Like, girl, who did that? Because clearly, I was like, the fall of civilization was in 2003. Clearly, you said you were 17, so you were born after that. You know what I'm saying? So you didn't have someone to put you in the chair and like do that before shit went to hell.
She grew up in a Fedra compound for lost children's.
Exactly.
Just like her girlfriend. Who the hell
out here braiding?
Hair, bitch? Marlene didn't do that shit.
Who's braiding?
Marlene doesn't have that hair.
The store is closed, Ron.
The wig store.
I'm sitting here like, listen,
and no, she did not find that shit at the mall. Shut up.
She found this at the mall. She found this in her scarf at the mall, and she was like, you know what? Let me just
cover these roots.
Exactly. Like, put this here.
Covered the roots.
And I'm like, ma'am. They could have gave you some straight backs. That would have been more realistic for some straight backs.
Or, just leave her hair alone, period.
But then you got to like have a comb on hand at all times to like detangle.
Again, who has that?
She would have a fro.
Even at Fedra, you wouldn't have that.
Even if my fro, like if I don't pick this out every day, as short as it is, girl, it's gonna be like
shorter.
Right.
Not just shorter, it's gonna be matted into one big piece. And I'm like, I don't
want it.
I don't want that. I gotta wet my hair with hot water and steam in order to comb it every morning. Like this, that's how I know apocalypse is not for me. That's why I said just leave me where I am. If I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't. I'm not about to be worrying how to wash my ass and comb my hair.
I mean, and even growing up in that Fedra building, I doubt they were having showers every damn day.
I can't. I'm sticky. I'm like, listen, I sat down and I sat in the chair and then my knees bent and I felt my thighs on my calf and it was sticky and I have to go. Like training over. I gotta go shower.
You know what, Ron? You're not gonna sully my girl's good name, okay?
Because I can tell you Bella definitely wasn't doing hair. All right. Ellie was not here doing hair. No ma'am.
Look, Lady Mormont could barely even keep up with her own low ponytail.
Their lack of fear, just sneaking out, number one.
Goodness.
Jumping over the rooftops.
Where they went. Let me tell you how this would have went for Funda Farrell. I would have stopped at the dead guy in the hallway. I would have gone back home after that.
She said
because that's enough of a thrill for me.
He wasn't here yesterday. Okay, he wasn't
Yeah.
here
What
yesterday.
you really mean, what I hear you saying is you and the Fireflies didn't clear this building like you thought you had cleared the building.
Right.
And there might be some other shit running around in here.
Exactly.
What you're telling me?
here
You cleared it
y'all
on
come.
Monday.
That
Like you
lack
cleared
of
it on
care,
Monday.
That whole situation, like
But
that
today's
was
a
thrill enough
Wednesday.
for me.
Right.
And then Ellie, just a total child. She really was just a kid. Jumping on the escalator, making all the noise.
Let me
you
go
know,
make
it was
all
kind of
this
cool
noise.
to see her in kid mode though.
Yeah,
For a little bit of happy. That was cool.
But my question is,
But
if she was in there, if she was in the mall the entire time, she didn't think to like clear it. You just cleared your area. I would have gone through every single thing and been like, "Is anybody here?" Clack, 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 clack. Shut the gate.
Also,
well, she went to the arcade. She did the money
went to
thing,
the noisiest
but
damn
she didn't
spot
go
in. The
in.
mall.
She didn't. She clearly didn't go further in.
Yeah.
To see where that thing was, because as soon as they started playing the game, that thing woke up.
Yep.
And
they
drank
did
after him. Yuck.
They didn't even wipe it
They
off.
didn't even do a little. Listen, I always have a shirt. They didn't even do this. Just straight to the head.
Right,
because that alcohol
just randomly drinking.
They were gonna die anyway. Okay.
And then
when it got to
it
that
was
scene, I was
old
like,
brown
"Can I
liquor.
even smell that damn bottle first, because that might not be what you think it is.
It's old brown liquor too.
Exactly.
Like, oh, this is like it's coming in this original bottle. Yeah, that means it's probably lost its water towel and the tippy tay, and y'all just drinking some flat Pepsi or some shit. Like,
just ew.
That it doesn't have the cleaning properties that liquor usually have.
These, these are the minds of teenagers. Just absurd. I mean, yeah, your little date night was cute, Riley.
It was.
I get it. Props to you, because you know we're the world normal, and you plan some shit like that for the first date. Okay, I see you. That was smart. And I said it, that my assessment last night when I was watching it was, okay, if the world was normal, then yeah, she absolutely would have got the panties that night. Plain and simple. And I know I hate thinking it, but look.
Should have got the Victoria's Secrets.
Listen,
look, you
I'd have
see
been like, let me go in here
and stared at that.
I would have been like, hold on,
okay? I'd have been like, trying to stare the image of her big face.
I'd have been like,
in that outfit in her brain.
How old is Ellie supposed to be at this point in time?
She is
15,
what,
14,
16?
15?
I think so, because they said that I can't remember her. The other Storm Reed was 17 because she was getting ready to be
18. Yeah, and Bella is 19 right now in real life.
And isn't Storm Reed like in her early 20s?
She's like 21, 22, something around there.
Okay.
See, look, she was staring hard because, you know, when them nights get too much and she's stressed, she gonna be in her room.
I would have gone in there
that outfit
and grabbed the boy shorts and the tank tops. I don't know what they was thinking. Listen, that's why I couldn't be in there. I saw the body shop still had soap. Bitch!
Yes.
Look. How did they miss that? Again, this is not just the Fireflies, but Fedra. Y'all were supposed to go through and clear these buildings.
I'm gonna be smelling good.
Soap sitting there? Soap is like the hottest commodity right now.
Child, take my ass back to the Fedra compound and be like, what's that smell?
Right, me just sitting there in the tub like, huh?
You like it? What you think it smell like? I'll be like, oh, you don't like that smell? Hold on.
Wait, I got another one, right?
What about this one?
Actually, and that tracks because again, Victoria's Secret. Only reason I go into Victoria's Secret nowadays is to get the smell goods. So if they left soap, it was probably a whole plethora of shit in that storeroom. I don't know why. I would be the richest freaking person figuratively because that's the shit I would stock up on. Like, hey, $2. I got 20 ounces for you.
Or even the Fireflies. Why didn't they like clean it out and then set her ass in it?
Someone just said she assumed that Riley died. Girl, we don't know because the way they ended that episode was annoying.
Well, if they're going by the game, then yeah, that's exactly
if they're going by
what that was supposed to signify.
The information we got in episode 1 when she was talking to Marlena. Like, do you remember what happened to Riley?
Yeah.
Right. So Marlene finds what's her name?
She would have to, but we didn't see that part yet.
I was thinking that when I was doing my rewatch earlier today too. Had Marlene given the okay to bring Ellie in?
No, she said no.
Yeah, but if she had,
they talked about it.
Marlene but if she had,
if she had, then the story could have gone a little bit different ways because she would have found out even earlier about Ellie's immunity.
Because they would have had to put her out there in the field, and unfortunately,
and
find out
if it didn't happen at the mall, because how reckless Ellie always is, it was going to happen eventually and somewhere else.
Right.
Yep.
So they could have had this going down, and also, you got to wonder how much planning these damn Fireflies are actually doing, because every plan and backup plan that I've seen them have so far has fallen through.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't got a good track record in my book.
Sydney, it was a Diva Cup. It's a eco-friendly way to
catches the blood,
catch your period blood and dispose of it, as opposed to using tampons. I hate Diva Cups because listen, after the first time I used one and that bitch tipped and I was standing right outside the house and it just tipped all down, I was just like, you know what?
Oof.
Done. I couldn't even make it to the house. I was like, okay, I feel it shifting. So then it just hurt to get to the house, and that motherfucker went, all that blood went all the way down my leg. And I was like, all right,
no.
Y'all, it's 2023. Why the hell you smart science nerds ain't come up with some better shit for that yet? I'm very disappointed. We should have a damn warp drive by now. Get me the fuck off this planet already.
You got to think about it. They still haven't. They're still under the assumption
that still don't even have the hoverboard come Back to the Future yet.
They're still under the assumption that when women have periods, that they only bleed 2 tablespoons or 2 teaspoons and shit.
I saw that bullshit the other day. I could not believe it. I said,
when women, they're not catering to anyone who's had a child.
I had a child. I don't even have one, and I went through.
I've never had a child, and my I can still tell you periods is a
I went through extra supers every hour and a half, and I was like, "What do you mean, bro? Y'all was insane." Like, you don't even need that.
I was like, "What type of bullshit flat earth?"
So if they can't even figure out how much blood is coming out of us, and we're still here, and you could measure it because we're looking at you, let alone a goddamn actual hoverboard that works, get out of here. You're never gonna be Back to the Future.
I did see a prototype of one that actually hovers the way it's supposed to, but it only gets like that far off the ground. So, and the battery power for it is ridiculous. They haven't figured out how to shrink that battery yet. So it's still working, but what's the name of that damn channel? I think it's Tech Zone on YouTube. It's a whole bunch of cool ass gadgets that they review and show on there.
And I stepped in a pothole and broke my leg. I don't.
Well, the hoverboard would have skidded right over the pothole. So you can.
No, I'm pretty sure that I would have fallen off the hoverboard and busted my ass and broke something else. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Because the bitch was in a cast.
Oh my god.
See, I don't know.
I'm not a fan of them.
It was never for me. I never wanted to try any of those.
I'm not a fan.
You gotta put it in correctly. Go look it up.
No, girl, I put that thing in. It sat all day, and I was like, yes, but it was so full that I'd had to go like. I was like, oh, I'm in the car. Wait a minute, I'm coming. I'm going to the house. I'm going. Motherfucker.
Give me 1 second. I have to say goodnight to my tiny humans.
Say goodnight to your tiny humans.
Tell them I said goodnight too.
So I'm just like, I
think that would probably be my biggest issue with anything in the apocalypse. If I had to deal with it still, thankfully I've had a hysterectomy, so I don't have periods anymore, and I do not miss them shits. I do not miss them
not saying
at all.
Night, just asking for ice cream.
Oh, okay.
Children. I'm like, your father's right downstairs.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But Mom, you're up here though. Mom.
Right there. I promise you, he'll say what you need to say.
Bro, this is the problem when tiny humans give you favor. I remember when one of my cousin Melissa, her oldest daughter, they were staying at my house. They were in the living room downstairs. I'm upstairs in my room. 6:30 in the blasted morning. This little girl, she's like, what, 3? Wakes up, crawls over both her parents, shimmies her tiny behind up the stairs, and knocks on my door like,
because you will yell at her.
Cereal.
You will yell at her.
The
Because you make
parents
it better.
are right next to the kitchen.
The
you make it better.
The boys come in our room on Saturday mornings. Their father is
Phil?
the first person they see. They go around him to my side.
I don't understand.
I don't know. It hasn't stopped since they were little.
Well, here's the thing.
And
I
he's like,
understand that.
wait a second, but I didn't get a good morning. Hello?
Right, good morning. You don't see me laying here? I'm awake too.
Hello.
Well,
Hello.
I mean, I understand. I call my mom every single day, but partially because if I don't call her, she'll think I'm dead, and then she'll call the police.
Oh,
I
no.
can't have her call the police. She's done it before, so I try not to give her any ammunition. So I call her every single day,
Oh my
but I
God.
don't talk to my dad. I can go like an actual maybe month without talking to him directly on the phone and just hollering at him in the background when I'm
Right.
calling mom. I'm like, "Hey, daddy!" But with Barbara Ann, I've got to call her because she has called the police before.
Oh my
And this is the reason
God.
why she
Wow.
will never have my unit number, which is the badge number. She will never have it because if she calls and gives them that number, they're going to be actually looking for me. And
Oh
I don't
my
want that.
God.
So
Yeah, that's somewhat a perk, but not a perk of having a government job. If some shit
Yeah.
pops off, yeah, they will come looking for you.
I don't mind that.
But no
Don't.
thanks. Don't do that.
Please
Don't
don't.
do that.
No, thank you. So I get that. So I mean, I understand the favoritisms of the parents.
Yeah.
But I don't get it when it concerns me because I'm not neither of that. I'm not even technically relation. I'm just the godmother, and so you're bypassing the parentals and
That
be like,
don't matter.
Can
Not
I
to my not to
Because
I
my
they
have
house.
know, they
Raymond
know,
noodles? You want some
kids
ramen
figure
noodles like
out
Usher
very-
ramen noodles? I don't got those.
Draymond, they figure out very quickly who they have right here,
Listen,
and then
And
they
don't
go
let
to
me
that
go
person.
downstairs at Auntie Debbie's
Mhm.
house. Another reason I'm glad I was able to run away this past weekend. If I have anything in my hand and that damn little girl down there sees me, she not even gonna say it because she can't talk yet. She speaks and screams. And as soon as I poke my head around the corner,
She smelled it.
yep. Mm-hmm.
and
That
she
face you're telling me is the
literally
what that is
will stare at
face.
me until I give her one.
That's literally what that is
You
face.
And
gotta come with gifts. You gotta share.
I
Share
called
alike.
Daphne one time, and I was like, I don't appreciate your damn daughter down here bullying me for my chicken nuggets. And of course, it's Daphne, and all her ass do is eat too.
At least it was food. Okay. When I had to do that, it was a miniature tampon that was in brightly colored paper. And she thought it was candy. And I'm like, it's not candy.
You can't
And she
explain
was
it.
so upset because she thought it was candy. And I
You
wouldn't
can't
let her
explain
have
it. You
some.
gotta find candy.
I'm
doesn't
like, this
explain
ain't candy.
Yes,
I'm like,
yes, Ron.
What?
That is exactly who the hell
you
Aurora
want?
is.
It was literally 10 minutes of her screaming at the top of her lungs because I was watching them while her parents were like getting home from work. They just got home from school. And I'm like, this is not candy. This is not candy. I was like, why do you think this is candy? Because of the paper. It's not candy. It's not
Damn.
candy. So I opened it up and I was like, here. And she was like, well, how do you eat this? It's
Please don't. Oh no.
like it's not candy.
Oh my god.
I was like,
See,
how many times I have to tell you?
that sounds like something one of these little hard-headed crumb snatchers out here would do. I
Like, I
swear
was
to
just-
the Lord. Yo, I was cooking one time. Damn little boy, again, one of Daphne's cheering, came around the corner like, what you got there, cuz? I just looked at him, I said, nothing. Go on somewhere. He's like, but I ain't eat breakfast yet. I'm hungry. That's a personal problem, sir. I'm sorry, I can't help you with that. He knows how to cook. I wasn't just gonna deprive the damn child of food, but he knows how to get his own damn food. And then
Yours
the
looks
younger
better.
one, Hope, your damn niece,
Don't
came
look at
up
me.
there, came in and talked about, cousin. I said, what? She said, I haven't bothered you this morning. I said, okay,
So now it's
congratulations. What's
now
that
it's
supposed to
now
mean?
that
It's
time.
the
He
time.
said, I think
So
I
it's the time.
deserve some of the food. Bitch, how you deserve some of my food?
Okay.
She was diplomatic about it.
Shut the hell up. See? Can't stand y'all. Can't stand y'all. I can't.
I'm sorry. It's in the DNA.
Listen, I'm minding my business.
Hey, Haitian one.
I just be minding my business.
Matter of fact, see, and that's the problem right there. I love you, Haitian one. But yeah, that just reminded me. See, Daphne, our cousin Daphne, my family is mainly Guyanese, but her, that little half breed, she's Guyanese and Haitian. So she is like all of the extra. And her damn children are the exact same way. This damn little boy tried to tell me a story talking about I was in my room the other day walking downstairs getting ready to go to school, and I decided to go take a run around the track first. I said, you tried to run around the track in your room? He said, yeah, but let me finish the story. Like, that look that you have on your face right there, that's how I look at him 24/7, because it's always some damn nonsense. Matter of fact, I think he should go hang around with Ellie, because then maybe he might get some better sense.
No,
Check it out.
he would,
Get it out.
I think he would just watch what happens to her and be like, damn.
See, of course you gonna co-sign to the shit, Ron. Shut up.
And then be like, gone. And then be like, out of here.
Oh my God.
But yeah, that was it. Like, listen, I'm not saying that episode 7, that was it for me. I watched the preview, episode 8, and that's what I'm ready for, because I saw my man.
Oh,
here's one thing.
Troy Baker.
Oh, okay.
80s music continues to.
I was jamming. No lie.
And I kind of dig that they keep playing with that. And I love that song, but as soon as I heard it, I said, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I already knew what was coming, but shit, did you have to?
You got to gradually increase volume and tone. Take me.
Yes!
I love it. I love it. I love it a lot.
You got to hit those notes. It's very important.
One of the best songs of the 80s.
Listen,
ever.
But yeah, Troy Baker is the actual voice actor for the game Joel, and so they casted him in a role. That's right. Because I was looking for him, I was like, "Is that Troy?"
Yeah,
he said he had a part. And I was like,
we're supposed to get Ellie's voice actor too.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was going to be this episode, but I guess they're saving.
I thought so too, but I was like, okay, well, I know we've got more flashbacks coming, but we only have 2 episodes. So how are y'all going to squeeze this in? Yes.
More flashbacks. I'm done with them. They're messy with it. I don't like it.
Like, I feel like we already all know the story, even for anyone that didn't play.
They needed to get with the writers of How to Get Away with Murder and learn how to input flashbacks into a story.
And also give us more episodes. If you're gonna do this, you've got to.
Why do we only get 10 episodes on these damn things? I don't like that.
Probably because they didn't know if the season was gonna take off.
Bullshit.
I don't know.
Everybody was waiting on this. They were waiting on it.
I did like one quote that Riley said when she was talking to Ellie, and she was like, "You can't fight everything and everyone. You can pick and choose what's important."
Because she thought she knew everything.
She still hasn't learned this lesson.
And she still hasn't learned that lesson.
She thought she knew everything. And she was just trying to tell her, like, hey, you know you don't know everything. Well, I do know everything. And Fedra's this and Fedra's that, but you don't know everything outside.
At all.
You don't know everything. Like,
I know everything, and I'm going to be a good little soldier, and I'm going to pick the path of the keys.
First of all, the guy she was talking to in the beginning, I instantly keyed him from Expanse. He was the father of the girl who went missing and they were looking for. He was yeah. I was like, look at you.
Damn it, what the hell was
I can't remember his name.
It was something that started with a P.
Something like that.
Now I got to look it up now.
Because I remember him and I was like, look at you, still dealing with children, huh?
And then my last question is, for these cordyceps, why is nobody using fire? Why is nobody using fire? Why doesn't everybody have a flamethrower or
not even a flamethrower, like something. Alcohol and some matches or something? Be like,
they had the alcohol. Why wasn't that what they used? I don't understand. There was a quick thinking, like nobody's training them how to beat these things when they encounter them. Just guns and flailing of hands. There's no strategy. All these years.
I put that on with the freaking fireflies also, because clearly you didn't train Riley as good as you should have. She knew to stop and get the guns out and whatnot, and she did hit him a couple times. She just didn't hit him in a vital enough place. I don't think that the situation could have turned out the way it did if they would have been a bit more strategic, because they had ample time to actually run at a couple different points.
They're on a countertop. There was a barrier between them and the thing. Jump down.
Jump down and back
up. Why were you still on the top?
It doesn't make sense.
None of it
doesn't make sense, especially with it being a glass case. I'm
Yeah.
surprised y'all didn't fall through that.
Thank you. My retail brain was like, listen,
Like, look, those
listen,
things are not
that
as
is not that
sturdy as
strong.
they look.
Not
That is not that
It is
strong.
quite fragile.
I was a $1.95 laying on those sons of bitches, and they was creaking, and I was like, y'all are dancing. That's not.
And it's been 20 years since any type of maintenance or upkeep has happened.
No,
come
thank
on
you.
now.
No,
like for goodness sake.
Yeah, I just feel like that whole like they just could have. I just listen. It was going to get spilled today.
Yeah.
It was going to get spilled today.
Can you use it as fuel? Why not?
Come on. But I'm just real disappointed. I'm just like, y'all didn't sweep this whole area. She was like, hold this
Doesn't
mall.
make any sense that they didn't.
And you're going to put essentially a child here to hold this spot that y'all didn't completely sweep.
While she was in there making pipe bombs by herself, the rookie of the crew, that this is the task that you assigned her. And also, why was that whole area, because that was part of the Fedra area that they were in, why the hell were there not guards? Why were they even able to sneak around on the rooftops?
They provided power to the area, but they left that alone. Like,
and then when they turned on the lights, nobody saw that because the guards aren't out.
Riley was saying that there were that they put up like some type of perimeter or something outside. And I'm like, okay, cool, but
it's a mall. It's a mall.
You're still gonna see the lights from outside.
It's a mall with a hole in the ceiling. Clearly, like, you don't even have to see it. You can just be like, what the hell is shining in the distance? What the fuck is that?
Exactly.
Because it would be like a spotlight from the ground up, and you'd be like, what the hell is that?
There's a lot of missing pieces too. Because when I think back, remember when Joel and Tess came up on Marlene and they first met Ellie? We didn't get an explanation for what the heck fight ensued that they were hurt, that she was hurt.
Oh, it was
what happened?
With the guy that
had the battery that we were supposed to give to Tess, and they beat her ass. And they were like, well, we beat your ass because we can't give this to you, but when we let you go, you're gonna get Joel. But I don't want you to get Joel because Joel's scary.
See, and that again is how stupid these assholes are. You know, Joel don't give a fuck about wrecking shop and coming to get you, but you still messing with his woman though.
Come on! Instantly, he saw her face and he was like, "Who?"
He was like, "I can't let you go yet until you tell me that you gonna make Joel sit down in the corner somewhere."
Yeah.
Okay.
Tess was like, "Well, what the fuck you want me to say, bruh?"
You know he's coming after you either way.
That I wish they hadn't have killed off, or they would have got somebody else to play her. Because I really like Anna Torv, and I wish. Oh my gosh!
Yes, like how dare they waste Dunham like that? I'm doing it right now.
Nice.
Because the boys never saw it, so we've been watching.
Speaking of which, let me before I forget, let me put it on my board.
Yes, do.
Put it on my board.
Yeah, if y'all want some good
Dunham, sci-fi, Olivia Dunham,
go watch Friends. Yeah, Olivia Dunham.
I gotta put that on my board. Okay, adulting. Yay.
And yeah, there's so many plot holes that are in this. So hopefully they pay it off.
She said the music and the games. Correct. The music and the games. And them yelling about the music and the games in an empty ass mall.
Like, y'all didn't try to be discreet at all.
So now I wonder what actually happens. Do they wait the 2 days? How long does this? It takes like 2 days to incubate. Then
it depends on where they're bitten.
Where they're bitten.
They both were bitten their arms and their hands. So it's like, I think they said it's like 15 hours or something like that.
Yeah, they've got a decently long time. Yeah, the only longer time would be if they were bit on the leg or something.
Yeah, the leg is more than it's like more than a day, like 24 hours or something, like 24 plus hours.
Once again, why are we outside with sleeves out then? Because I'd be like this. I'd be like this. Like, I'd be like this.
Just
honestly,
all the way up.
How did it bite them in the places that they were bit?
I guess when they were trying to hold them off.
They showed us the right arm for Ellie. She showed her left arm, and I thought it was her right arm before. Bad continuity. Saw that.
Yeah, I think it was when they were fighting them off. Like, actually, my favorite episode of this series
so far,
3.
Yeah.
3. You want to talk about somebody who's ugly fucking crying? Me.
I do concur. Yep. Episode.
I like the story that they told. It was action. It expanded what was going on. You got to see a little bit before. You got to see a little bit of the during. You got to see how they found each other. They worked together. They reached out to Joel and Tess. Like, you got to see all of that, a full relationship from beginning to end.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved it. And then it still tied in with what they were doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because they were going there in the first place.
Because that's how you do it.
That's a very good question.
Because we ain't got no malls,
that used to be
Jackie.
the thing.
The malls are gone.
We don't have any more malls. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah,
I don't be going there.
The same thing.
I don't be going to malls.
Showcase that mall in what was it, season 2 or 3? Season 2, I think.
Like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I go in the malls and I'd be like, my foot hurt. I can't be walking this no more.
I don't even shop.
I was gonna say, I haven't had the desire to go to a mall probably in like the whole past decade.
No.
I like shopping online. I don't gotta go deal with humans.
Well, I need to return
some
something
specific, then I can just go get that thing and come out quickly. No, but like, oh, we need new pants. What's your size?
Girl, at least you wear pants. I be wearing sweatpants. I go to my office job in my government building and wear sweatpants. And they're like, oh, the dress code is business casual. I was like, the dress code is whatever the fuck I put on to walk in here.
Yes, exactly, Haitian one. It would be all kinds of reinforced. And if we ran out of leather, it would be cardboard. I would turn into a ball.
Something.
All the things,
anything.
All the reinforcements.
Or double
I wouldn't even know
double layers.
I would not know what my skin looks like anymore. We don't have soap anyway.
Right? Like, come on, man. Y'all gotta be smarter. You gotta be smarter.
No. But I'm wondering if we're actually going to get to see the ending of it in the next episode, because we didn't get to see the ending of it. Technically,
I don't know if we need to.
But for people who don't know what's going on in the game, they're like, so what happened? What exactly happened to her? So we really don't have that, definitive answer as of right now. What happened to her? I know what happened to her. You know what happened to her. But for people who don't even want to bother with the game at all, they don't know exactly what happened.
I think it's implied enough, because otherwise Riley would have been with what's her name when we met her in episode 1, I think. See, yeah, because she said she was getting stationed in what was it, Atlanta? I honestly don't think she would have made it all the way to Atlanta. I think she would have pulled a Tommy, and Ellie would have actually gone with her, and they would have just went someplace else.
Did they say where they were?
Where that federal place was? I'm assuming it was in Boston, but I don't think they did say.
Okay.
I'm just assuming it was Boston because that's where Ellie said she was in that federal place.
Okay. Well then, because I'm like, that's a long trek. So y'all just telling me y'all out here in the open road dealing with raiders, dealing with like cordyceps out here in the wild, dealing with animals out here in the wild and shit. From Boston all the way to Atlanta.
Yeah, right. Who was gonna be escorting her there?
Yeah,
because if there isn't an escort, how are you so confident that she was even gonna make it to Atlanta? That's a long trek.
I mean, I don't know how much more we're gonna get in the next 2 episodes, but it would be nice to see some things tie in, so we can understand what actually went down there.
From my understanding, they said that season 1 was supposed to be the first game and the DLC. Child, no, I don't want to. That's what I'm saying. Bath and Body.
I'm so glad they haven't called attention to that. No thanks. I don't need
crevices and creases be stinking.
Because I said we don't have no soap, no way.
Right? Yeah, because they leave the damn soap on the shelves for some reason.
No.
Yeah.
No. Like the number of folds you got to peel back, and like you got to end up scraping cheese and stuff underneath it. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. It's oof. Yeah, wild ain't even the word.
And cold water don't clean like hot water, so I don't know what y'all doing.
Yeah,
I will make my own soap. Okay, that's it.
Child, I can't.
That's why you got to set up wherever your fallout shelter is going to be ahead of time, and who's going to be there, so you know what skills everybody has to contribute.
Exactly. Not even a game.
Yeah, because the world is too damn crazy right now. We don't got deadly fungus taking over human brains and shit, but that don't mean it can't happen.
I'm not gonna be here.
She already said she's gonna sit on her porch and be part of the first wave.
Roll out
Listen, I told
so
you.
many people I've seen say take me out in the first wave. I don't know.
I don't want
like
to.
I could have that mentality, but then I know me, and I'm like, I'm probably gonna try to survive for as long as I can.
I just know the moment I pick up my Switch and try to connect to the internet, it don't work. I'm like, I don't want to do this no more. I can't watch my TV shows. I don't have DVDs. We don't have electricity. What am I supposed to do? I don't want it. And then you dirty. You can't heat up your water, and you got to scrape your skin with a butter knife first because you don't have hot water to get through the first 3 layers of crusticles. Like
the first 3 layers. Damn.
I don't want it. I'm good. Your breath, your toothbrushes, toothpaste.
Oh
teeth got fuzzies on them.
Yeah,
you gotta learn how to make your own toothbrush.
I told you it's not for me. That's why I'm saying take me out in the first wave.
Let's see. Do you think the season will finish strong? I think they will.
I don't know. I don't know because
I think we're still gonna have questions.
I think because of the 2 episodes that we have left, and knowing where the first game ends and how much they're gonna have to smush into these 2 episodes, especially if they're still planning on doing another backstory, which they are. So I'm like, oh God, smelling like thriller, smelling like bad, smelling like dangerous, smelling like keeping in the closet, shit. Smelling like Man in the Mirror, Dirty Diana, like
humans smell. But seriously, when it comes to bites, this is why doctors will tell you it's better to get bit by an animal because of all the freaking bacteria that lives in it.
Yeah, my ex-boyfriend had fight
bites. Even when you do brush your teeth, that don't matter.
He almost lost his hand to fight bite. I was rolling. I was like, that was you get for punching the motherfucker in the mouth. You should have punched him in the nose.
Oh man. That's what it seems to say. I'd only try to survive if I had family that was still alive or friends. I understand that. Before the apocalypse started, or have neither of them hang it. I feel that. There's a few folks I know that would choose that option too.
I would just be sitting on the porch waiting for something to come bite me. I would run a bit and be like, but I'm gonna let you bite me. Take me out. Like, girl, shoot me.
Use that funk. See, that wouldn't work. I don't think that would work with the clickers. They don't have eyes and they don't have a nose anymore. Like their whole face gets taken over. The only thing they have is a mouth. That's why they click. That's not, they don't care about the funk. It doesn't affect them at all.
Yuckies.
Yeah,
I just can't. No, thank you. Every time I about, no thanks.
I hope they don't try to just gross us out to finish strong.
I don't think so. Well, I don't think there's anything. Knowing the story, I don't think that there is anything gross. Oh,
I don't think there's anything hugely gross. Like the one hugely gross thing that I could think of that I know they're not going to do is the big boy that
the bloater.
They usually have their like chunks of themselves that they pull off and throw at people.
Oh my God!
Infect them with the spores in the game, but because they're not doing spores for the show, that's why he was just going through the crowd manhandling people, Kathleen's crew in that episode, versus throwing spores, which I appreciate a lot better. I didn't want to see that. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was something else. He was something superhuman.
I would have left Kathleen. I'd have been like, "You stand right here."
Just FYI.
He followed her.
Gone.
Like, bitch, you are clearly crazy.
Yeah, I think so too, Luna. I think so too. Knowing where the story ends, I think that's what they're going to do. Yeah. I'm just really upset that they're really going to try to cram.
I don't think they're going to get to
so much into these last 2 episodes.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to get to like the ultimate heartbreaker that is going to come up later on. But yeah, it's definitely.
No, they got a season 2, so maybe they decided not to. Maybe that's why these 2 episodes were kind of.
That's what I was hoping. Filler. I was hoping that season 1 would be like half of the story for the first game, and then season 2 would be the second half, and then they would start the second game, season 3 and 4. But so far, everything I heard is to the opposite of that. That the first season is literally just the game and the DLC, which is a lot for me. Which is a lot right now, especially seeing where we are and what we just had in this episode. It's a lot.
Quite a bit, and I don't think. either of the next 2 episodes are over an hour.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, there's a lot that they have to cram in if they actually want to end this season with the end of the first game.
Now I'm looking like no.
It was just like when freaking Dan and Dave said that they could end the season in just 6 episodes.
They did end it.
I mean, they ended it, but the shit.
They did end it.
I don't think The Last of Us is gonna do us like that.
In a way. Oh, 51 minutes is the next episode.
Wow.
And the finale will be 43 minutes.
Yeah, they did a little bit of time wasting in the previous episodes. Not too much though.
Yeah.
Or at least not a lot that I minded.
Well, these last 2, I do think we could have got the backstory while they were riding from the funny old couple's house to this compound.
Sure.
We could have got it during that same scene, and we could have just got pictures of the scenery they were seeing.
Velvet?
Who's wearing a velvet sweater? What are you talking about?
Sorry, is that velvet?
What is that, velvet?
Come on. Yes, only 43. That's a mess. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know. Hearing those episode times, I don't know anymore.
Yeah, I don't see how they're gonna wrap up the whole of the part 1 of the game.
They wouldn't be able to. They just wouldn't be able to. If they were going to keep to the Haitians, they were going to keep to the season being the first game. They should have hit 13. That's why I don't know, man.
They should have definitely given more episodes if that's what they were going to do.
But yeah, that's all I got though.
Well, hopefully Joe lives.
He's got to.
How great a sew job Ellie does.
That's another thing I know that's coming up that I'm not going to like seeing on screen. I guess it'll depend on how they depict it, though.
But
his death?
No. But Troy Baker.
That's a spoiler. I can't say it now. If you really want to know, I'll tell you when we're off air.
But Troy Baker's going to be in the next episode, so I hope he does great. I love Troy Baker.
So
I love him.
The Kathleen episode with her scenes was wasted time.
Listen, I didn't give a fuck about that bitch.
Yes, it was.
She was like, in this room, he kept me safe, and I was like, in my
Oh
own
my
little
God,
corner, in my own little chair. I don't care.
Why must you bring me back to a dark place where I wished her harm? Why?
I don't care. All you had to do was say.
I couldn't even connect.
She couldn't let it go.
Her.
All she had to do was say, my brother was such a good man, and on his deathbed, he told me to forgive, and I was like, no. But that's all we needed from that conversation.
Exactly.
We didn't need Once Upon a Time in '94. Montel made some money and life show us. No, we didn't need that. We didn't need it.
Not the whole rap.
Yeah. The whole rap. Like, girl, we didn't need it. All you had to do was go, this is how we do it. That's all we needed. Shit. Like, girl, I don't care.
I'm saying, yeah. No. She got a whole ass freaking town of people killed because you killed my brother, damn it.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, but look, just like she said, well, sometimes kids die. Okay, bitch, maybe your brother was supposed to die too. Sit the fuck down, have a coke and a smile, and shut up.
I'm glad you
really
he knew
the game. He knew the game because he was like, yo, just chalk it up to the game. Forgive that man. And what does she do?
Oh, yo, full Karen mode. Completely clueless and oblivious to the bullshit that she's doing. Girl. But she'll call out everybody else's bullshit.
For what? For why? Like, I don't.
The world will never know.
Understand humanity.
Yeah, we shall see.
Yeah. But that is our show for the night, folks. Unless you ladies got anything else to add.
Nope.
All right.
Good.
All right. So come back on Sunday. We'll do the watch along and probably chat for a few minutes after the episode is done. And then Monday, hopefully we'll have Ian back and we'll go through that. Let's see. In the meantime, tomorrow, I think it's episode 4 or 5 of Poker Face. Me, Fandom, and DJ will be talking about that on DJ's channel. Come by, and if you haven't checked out Poker
What
Face,
is DJ's channel?
DJ Wun Wun.
Okay.
Because he's also one of my Thrones homies, so Giant Wun Wun. That's where he got his name, and he's a DJ.
Gotcha.
So come check that out. If you like discussion on fun old school movies, Tuesday, I believe Tanya and Nikki are talking about, is it House Party they're doing this week?
Yes, I think
It's House Party for Tuesday tomorrow. So definitely check the ladies out. Thousand Eyes in One. Links are in the description. Tell them AK said hi. What else do I have coming up? I think that is it for now. For now, I gotta get times and things planned for the rest of the stuff that I'm gonna be doing. And thank you all for being here, hanging with us in the chats. Thank you, Ron. We always appreciate being here. Funda, I know, doesn't have any content of her own coming up, but her and I are gonna tag team on a few shows starting in the future sometime soonish. If you need some motivational things in your life, check out her Instagram. Link also in the description, and she's got you covered there.
Yeah.
All right, and Meeks, I know you have like 1,001 things, so tell the folks what to expect when they come over to your channel.
Okay, since I have 2 channels, I'm still working through Dead Space remake, but I got scared so badly that I haven't played it in a week. I don't like things running at me
in the dark, in space where you can't get away.
I scare, but I'm gonna go back to finish. I'm gonna finish playing it. For the reaction side of it. Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Listen.
In space where you can't get away.
I'm so sorry.
Everyone does that.
For like the reaction side of things, I'm putting more stuff on Patreon. I'm trying to funnel it through my Patreon first, but I've got Crash Course in Romance and Love to Hate You, which is the K-drama, 2 K-dramas. They're really good. They're on my Patreon. I'm still watching Grimm in the middle of season 4.
Good. You guys should do it. You should go watch it.
What else am I doing? Just finishing up Wednesday. The last of Wednesday will be on YouTube soon.
I loved Wednesday.
It's all up on Patreon. I love that.
I especially like the dance.
Yes. And then Warrior Nun is coming soon. I finished it. It should be all up on Patreon by
Did
the
they
end of
ever
this
get
week.
season 3 of Warrior Nun?
Season 3, they canceled it at season 2. Super fucking pissed. Canceled it.
I like that show. That was another cleverly done quirky show.
So I have that on Patreon. Dragon Age Absolutions on Patreon, which is a anime. Cyberpunk's on Patreon, all completed.
Stop forgetting, Ron. Go watch it.
What else am I doing? I haven't decided what else to watch. One day on this earth, I'm going to finish Sense8. Sense8 is good. It's just that good. I got so frustrated at the last episode because I wanted to that I stopped, but not because it was bad. It's because I wanted to flip a fucking table. But I'll go back to that and finish that.
That is a show that I really wish was never canceled. That was such a good show.
It's so hard. I have so many shows I want to watch, but that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying not to overdo it because I'm already behind on a bunch of stuff. My anime, you notice I didn't mention my anime. I'm super behind in my anime. Eventually, one day in the life, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it
at some point, sometime in the future. We'll see.
Because it's me editing. Like I have one editor, which thank goodness, but I need more. But I can't afford more.
Right.
So it's just me.
Understandable.
Editing
is so time consuming, y'all, especially when you're doing videos for the length of what Meeks does, just like episode to episode. 10-20 minutes of a video that you see literally can take up to 10 hours or more to edit and get situated with background music, the proper cuts, and taking out the content that you don't want to show. Then you got to make sure that the screening for what the show is properly sufficiently covered, or you'll get a copyright strike. You got to watch.
That's why everything's on
in there.
On Patreon.
Editing is tough work, man.
That's why I always push people towards Patreon. It is $6, but everything goes up on there first. Everything.
What is Grimm? Grimm is a collection of the Grimm fairy tales that you know and love, done correctly and accurately to the old German tellings, where shit is scary and fairies are not nice. And
pretty.
and it's set in the reality of a cop show in Seattle, Washington. And it's really good. There's a lot of cool twists. Like if you watch Once Upon a Time, Jackie, like the good seasons of Once Upon a Time, like episode seasons 1 through 3, how the spins and twists they did with the fairy tale characters, you'll get even better on Grimm.
Yeah, and they just have really good characters, really good stories. I didn't think that I would like it, but I was invested. It's on Amazon, and you get
you want to Amazon Prime. A resume, Ron? I don't know. Y'all,
so it's on Amazon Prime, and I think all the seasons are on Amazon Prime. So yeah.
Very, very. Yeah, it's very time consuming. That's why I live stream a lot. Like you look at my whole channel, there's very few videos that I've made and edited because editing takes so long. But it's worth it if you're trying to do some content and you don't want to have to live stream for it. It could be great. But what's it on? I think you can, if you have Amazon Prime, pretty sure you can get all the seasons there for
it's for free.
Yeah. Also, people be slipping on Amazon Prime sometimes. I think
The Expanse,
that service pays for itself after like the first month.
Come on,
seriously. Oh, The Expanse.
It ended so quietly but greatly.
I still have to watch the last 2 episodes. I don't want to let it go. I didn't want to let it go yet. I don't want to say goodbye to my crew. And I know it's kind of like to have some movies coming up to completely wrap up the series from the books.
But Luna, Grimm is kind of like Supernatural. Now, I haven't seen Supernatural because I know it's 15 seasons, and that's a lot right now. So that's on my list of things to watch, just not right now because I know it's super long. I just don't have time for it.
Hey, Funda, do you watch The Boys?
By myself though.
Can you add that to our list, please?
My husband is
I'm gonna make you like Hand of the Lord Commander or something or other.
What?
Can you keep
It's amazing. So I'm gonna need you to let your husband know it's amazing.
Okay, so he just could not. So we watched all of season 1 together. We got to season 2, that first episode. He was like, and I'm out.
He didn't like it.
That season 3 was where they really kicked off.
That first episode was a lot. Oh no, I think it was season 3 first episode.
Yeah, when it happened in the
Oh God.
They be extra.
I understand. This is where I leave you.
I understand. And yet the Expanse, dude, the best thing about The Expanse is the way they do their sci-fi is very much grounded in our real world science. Like what there is no warp drives and you know to go to speed warp 11 or whatever. No, when you have to go those high speeds and you definitely aren't getting as fast as warp 10, it affects your body a lot.
Yeah, like they talk about the effects a lot.
Drugs like the captain's chairs. All of the chairs.
All the chairs have
they're already wired with the needles and stuff to inject you with that extra juice that you're gonna need so your body can handle going that fast.
Yeah, but you know that's great and all.
To be fantastical. I don't want it to be like real life.
No. You know, but the best part of Expanse is Amos. Just Amos.
Oh, okay, you know what? Hold on. Let's wait. So you never watched The Expanse, Funda?
No.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull up the boy.
It's my famous Amos.
Like, first of all, I can appreciate the human
look
body.
Like Jonathan Majors?
No. Don't he? Don't Caucasian. But he mean what he say, and he say what he mean. That's what I'm talking about.
Hold on, where's my images?
Okay.
If he says tomorrow at 12 p.m., I'm gonna punch you in your mouth, you're gonna get punched in the mouth.
Tomorrow.
At the time, I said, I appreciate a man who says what he says and means what he says and does what he says.
All right, hold on. Where are the settings? There we go. Okay.
I think your husband would like The Expanse. It's a really good show.
Yeah. It's not fantastical sci-fi. The aliens aren't necessarily You know, the aliens that you'll see on Star Trek, they're literally humans that just lived on a certain asteroid or planet in space. And because of that, gravity is different. So their bodies and the way they function is different. That's it. So there's a lot of prejudice, like how you know, a certain regiment of people were like, you know, America first or whatnot. You get that on a grander scale to where it's Earth first.
Oh, good
and
Lord.
the main voice piece of that, you want to hate her. She is very much a villain in some senses, but you will still love her. She's like the Expanse Regina Mills.
Come on,
from
Chrissy.
Once Upon a Time. Yeah, she be doing some bullshit. Yeah, Chrissy. She be doing some bullshit, but you still gotta love her. Okay. Share screen. Where are you? Yes, that. And let me add it on here. So, I mean, if you need convincing with eye candy,
what is Meeks doing?
There you go.
I am doing the dance of the.
You said, does he look like Jonathan Majors? Well, yeah.
That's my man.
He's just not as melanated.
Okay.
He's handsome. And
also, like, Amos is one of my favorite characters because Amos truly has no fucks to give.
Okay.
And the second reason he's one of my most favorite is whenever you have to go into a fight or a dangerous situation,
take that motherfucker with you.
Take that motherfucker in with you. He should be the first on your list that you call. Because Amos,
why didn't they cast him for the role of Joel instead of old man?
Oh no, he's not. He can't. I don't think he can be that.
He's not. He's
not old enough, and I don't think he can be sensitive enough to a child because he's gonna be like, "Bitch, what's wrong with you?"
No, yes, he can. He's a dad. Of course, he can. Stop it,
bitch. What's wrong with you?
Right, and Amos
is the first to swing.
Filter. One of my favorite conversations with Amos is between her and him and Christian. And what was it when he got to Earth? He was like, "Yo, I might need your backup, your help on this one thing or something or other." And he was telling her something about an outfit or something that she was going through, and she was like, he said, "Oh, if you add some pumps into that, it'll be a banger, and then no one will be able to resist you," or some shit like that. I'm ad-libbing. Mm-hmm. And she turned around and was like, "Well, what do you know about wearing pumps?" He said, "You don't know my life." He basically said, "You don't know my life."
I have lived.
And he has. And then she was mad at him one time. And what the hell did you say? I'm supposed to be like your friend or something or other, not your consort. He didn't even miss a beat. I mean, you could be both.
Okay.
Look. Amos has a very interesting past.
He's lived.
And he does not have any qualms about anything. I love his character so much. Okay. So watch the
I'm just saying, watch the Expanse.
But anyway, once again, okay, y'all know we ramble when we're done with the subject matter.
Absolutely.
So that's what that was. But we are going to go ahead and get out of here for tonight. Don't forget all the things that are coming up. If you need to find people's links, I know Jackie shared them earlier, but they are also already in the description. 30 Tuesdays with the ladies off 1000 Eyes and One tomorrow. If you fancy just talking about Poker Face, great show. Go watch it. Me, Fandom, and DJ will be hitting that up tomorrow as well. Come back next weekend and next Monday, and we'll be here doing the same shit all over again. Yep. So, and also, again, if there's anything else you guys want us to watch and chat about, let me know. And we will see what we can do to get it together. All right. So, thank y'all again. Thank everyone for being here. And we will catch you guys in the next one.
All right. Bye.
Bye.